Over to the A bomb site we go, quietly walking. Decoy just blows up over at the B bomb site. Hunter's gonna get first spot. Work himself around to help defend this bomb site. Pre-aim is there. Sunpius can't land the shot. It's all on Heavy God and Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter's moved into the site. The USP is ready to fire off a couple of shots here. Heavy God with two of his own. That's BTarena and FURIA, both getting knocked on over. It's Snow and NQZ now in a 2v3 as that bomb needs to slip away because it did not find the access to the site it was looking for.
Okay, and how do G2 get this info? Oh, I think Hunter just heard the footsteps. He just saw them on the minimap. He turned his head really quick and looked down towards middle. So now it's a foot race. MOUZ and Natus, they're going to beat the cross. They'll be here for this fight. Snow and NQZ with no smoke.
Yeah, MongolZ, the dual Berettas at this kind of range, not working out for him as Snow actually gets both kills as he fires down to a CT spawn. Snow with 3 so far in this round, putting the pressure on Hunter's shoulders to clutch up 1v2. Now they're going to double up, paiN going to play together and trying to limit the chances Hunter has of winning this round. Now the smoke, if it is deployed, would cause a lot of pressure, but Snow doesn't care. He picks up a 4K, and we were just talking about how this young man needs to step up.
One smoke thrown banana. The stack is here, so they do want paiN to commit. So they're hoping that smoke isn't a dissuasion. It's more of like a... everything is by design. You know exactly what we have. We just did delay smoke. We're going to run out after this. It's your time to come in.
Firing their way in now. Sunpius is going to play off the fountain. Oh my god, the 5-7. The second shot is fantastic. Neil even gets the third kill, but his MongolZ Deagle just chimed in. And all the pistols from G2 have brought paiN to a grinding halt at this B site. People are getting away with a kill on Hunter. At least one frag going back in favor of paiN. But with 30 seconds left, if they even try and backtrack through middle, you can see Heavy God's got that locked off. Oh, good reposition. It doesn't work out, though, as FURIA looks to the new box, and now he knows the second player's there as well.
Yeah, and that means Heavy God's got to make his move. He can no longer sit back, and MOUZ is calling him over as fast as possible. Slow, 15 seconds.
Oh, wow.
FURIA steps it up. Headshot as well. Now he has Heavy God defined.
No, FURIA, he's looking in the right direction. He's got the right read, but he's got the bomb back. He has to go for the plant. That allows Heavy God to either sit back and try and call his bluff, or now move in through banana. FURIA with a flash out. Heavy God with the AK, tracking him slowly, and Heavy God's got the headshot. FURIA with frustration bangs on the desk because he was so damn close to recovering that for paiN. Well, at least you're able to buy back again here for paiN. You get an AK-47 out, a Galil for VSM, Tech-9s, and a Deagle across the other 3 remaining players. Snow's already up through banana. Side of the half wall, going for a peek, and there's a lot of risk involved in that, but Snow has made it work.
All right, well, he's had an attitude these first couple of rounds. Going to beat that smoke as well. Wants the challenge, jumps up into safety, spots it over. Oh, beautiful flash.
Oh, he's won the round, really.
Jiggle, pulls him into the peak, pulls him into the flashbang. That works perfectly. And paiN playing with some momentum right now, hustling into the B bomb site. You got to save if you're G2. No chance here. So 2-1. We go back and forth in this tug of war.
As the smoke's being tossed out here for paiN, but not looking to play with them towards the A site.
It's layers of fake, but if G2, because they have 4 players here, they get aggressive in front of the utility that's thrown, and now they know what's happening. So it's MOUZ, delay, drop your other smoke right now. Natus is going to be arriving at the B bomb site in time. You're going to have 2 very fast flanks coming in as well.
Yeah, Natus with the MP9 can feel comfortable just getting to the start of that smoke and then swinging his way into the open, into the fights, and coming out on top of only 1. Heavy God's 5-7 has also entered the kill feed, putting G2 ahead. That plant is still coming in. VSM needed that headshot, but does he expect his second player? The answer, a resounding no. So it's now FURIA with a clutch ahead of him again. Came close to winning one earlier, just about missed out, frustratingly so. And once again, it will lose it inside of the B site. So it'll be G2 to tie things up 2-2. Got a bit of a charge going on here as well. It's going to be Snow to find that first. It's MOUZ that has fallen away. So Snow once again, another opening kill here for paiN. They're going to stabilize as well. They're not going to lose it. So paiN able to back away. Quicker up through top middle this time. FURIA at the front.
G2's played some very tough teams on this map as well. They're very battle-tested here on Inferno. They won this map 13-8 over Vitality earlier in this event. They also lost it to PVISION just yesterday to put them in this situation. Sunpius a little bit too far out, catches a flashbang full in the face. And okay, Heavy God, you're good. Are you this good?
Woody in the pit. He's done well. His teammates are running up top middle. Heavy God just needs to try and buy some time, stay alive, but he goes out again. He gets another kill. That is too deep, and he's way better than you could have even expected. Heavy God from the mini pit, but it might not be enough. Hunter has to clutch up. NQZ and Snow are both damaged up. There's the chance, and there's no kill. No way. As Snow collects a 3K, he's having a great game here, and all that heavy lifting from the God himself in pit.
First 5 rounds feel like paiN has done a good job of making G2 play their game.
Well, there's an overstep from Hunter. That's 2 rounds in a row now at G2, giving a kill on over towards long side. Surprise, the last one getting caught in the open with a flashbang. Hunter this time getting picked away by NQZ. And Heavy God responding. Well, Heavy God, can he do it again? Mini pit. Same position.
He's too hunkered down now, and with them not coming rap side.
All his teammates are coming up through mid. Maybe the distraction is enough. Heavy God gets his head down. They don't check him. They don't clear him out. They don't expect him to play the same position 2 rounds in a row, and he's actually come out on top of the first kill. Now, we can't deny the bomb plan, but his teammates have now arrived. And so for once, Heavy God actually has assistance. MOUZ's AWP chimed in, so it leaves PVISION up in the apartments, and G2 are making the most of this situation. A tight game lies in front of us as Heavy God is just so reliable. It's another triple kill.
I was half joking when I said that, but all of you got down, it's guaranteed basically.
NQZ could be playing with an AK. Everybody else on pistols here for paiN. A great chance as Heavy God was trying to drop his weapons. He's so generous, even threw his M4 down on the ground, but he gets back to it and a little bit late to the window. And that ends up costing him. NQZ's rifles come out on top, and you've lost Heavy God at the start of the round.
His powers only work in the pit. No moves to figure out what was happening, just kind of a blind gamble, feeling uncomfortable running out of utility in a 4v5.
Terrorists win.
Hunter is now arriving over here. He pulled the knife going around that corner.
You've also got both defenders who push down Banana are going to start flanking up middle, so these smokes clear and paiN have to go.
Oh, Hunter trying to support with utility, but it bounces back off the door, so it's not going to be too effective in delaying and making it uncomfortable. Heavy God from the pit, just the one this time. Hunter did get his frag, he's still alive, but he's cut in the cubby. Now we've got Natus moving forward, MOUZ to assist him in clearing out the pit. And now you've got Snow winning with VSM, and that bomb is implanted. G2 have arrived on the rotations before a retake is required, and they've got a tied game.
G2's doing a really good job. I think they're taking advantage of the fact that paiN is playing so grouped up, and everyone is involved in that attack. You see that really, really fast flank pushing down Banana, not finding anyone, and then once again... Round 11. It's 6-4, 2-round lead. Ooh, good find through the smoke. Natus goes down, hits the deck. It's in rebuttal though, MOUZ through smoke.
Well, apparently PGL has no rights to kill because he's got 0 frags right now, and hopefully he can change that. His teammate Snow has gone down, who was delivering them impact in space to kick things off, but has stalled out. You know, ever since I said, oh, look, Snow's having a great game, he started having a quiet game.
Yeah,
so
it's your fault.
It is. Snow can be quiet. Sampias and Heavy God. They're now setting up with a little bit of a different look. The bait and switch. Sampias takes first contact, and Heavy God peeks out as Sampias retreats. But the flash, it might ruin that. So might get a push and boiler and top at the same time. So Heavy God's moved out of position. No kill from Sampias. Hunter and Heavy God, though. The double H combo coming out on top.
Yeah, it's all good. It still works out. Sampias takes all the attention from all the players, and everyone else gets to clean up with 3 easy kills. Defense works exactly as designed, even with the missed shot. So bomb is dropped bottom of middle. Can be recovered by BTarena. He's got 0 kills. All of his focus has gone into calling the tactics, leading the team, and trying to get rounds on the board. Hasn't put a frag up yet. 7-4, 3 rounds to the good for G2. No, but I think it's easy if you're G2 to look at this and say, you know what, we're on CT side. We lost these 4 rounds happen in this weird economic back and forth battle where we never got them. Like, once their money's been set, they haven't had any issues in these past 3-4 rounds.
Exactly.
You know?
Was that just weird back and forth for a little while? Last round of the half, PGL unfortunately would end it with 0 kills, 10 deaths. MOUZ ensures that and then follows up with a second kill through the smoke. He'll go again. The Tech 9 just taking down NQZ as well. MOUZ is farming. A humble farmer.
Yeah, very humble. Just chest out. PVISION does find Heavy God. One of the first times in this half it feels like Heavy God's someone's gotten the better of him. So FURIA has position over in pit. VSM's going to wrap the bomb around with low HP. G2 don't care. Plant the bomb if you want it. They control everything else around the bomb site, so can already start getting moving to put themselves in position for the retake. You'll bait MOUZ. He'll swing with low HP, sell the position of your opposition.
Final pieces being put in place. VSM's gone, FURIA blinded, and then spotted, and so they swing him together and take him out. So Defuse, another fight for that. Who's going to have the honors? The Defuse will be stuck at an 8-4 half for G2 posted. Slow pistol, but an approach for G2 towards the A bomb site. And this is what paiN want. They have 4 players waiting on the defense.
I was going to say, at least they have the stack in the right place. We'll see if they can put a stop to it. Double smoke left mid. In front of Library, VSM going to tuck himself back onto the railing.
FURIA winning. He's going to be stopped by Heavy God. We got VSM then going for the peek out himself. Okay. VSM, that shot's great out to the right side flick. Making the most of the distraction, and his teammates have done well here. paiN about to win both pistols.
No,
okay,
Hunter,
this is sick. NQZ coming back, and he can't get the kill. NQZ somehow coming out on top of that.
That was the one you needed. That was the one to cut off the rotation. Sunpius would have had the bomb plant in the 2-on-2. Hunter got to be frustrated, probably mentally thinking a lot of what the map looked like, and just misses the fight, misses the shot. Sunpius forced to come right back towards A, where he's already vacated his position, so strong entrenchment for VSM over in pit.
Sunpius is going to give it a good go, of course, but just so many targets along the way, and Snow makes sure that it's Sunpius that falls first. So 5th round for paiN, a good start. The second half is now on the table. They can go and grab it.
Comfortable first step into this execute. Obviously, the boost up is going to be something they have to deal with. Snow wrapping around to Coffins is going to be something they have to deal with. Same with VSM coming on a rotation, but nothing blocking them from the main choke point.
PVISION out towards DT spawn off the boost. Has got himself his second kill. And we got Snow going back with that rifle. Snow only gets the one. Sunpius makes sure it's a trade, but the boost again, this time from VSM. And it's worked out well for paiN Gaming as they look to try and shrink this gap to a single round against G2. Heavy God knocks NQZ off his perch. Natus getting pressured and being pushed in from Coffins and CT spawn at the same time. And Heavy God not going to be able to save them this time. The defuse stuck, and paiN Gaming now 1 round the difference. Heavy God hanging on to the AK-47, but G2 not finding success immediately on this T side. And soon, you do not want to have to go to 3 maps here in this elimination match. You know, we've been talking about their run here. They've played some difficult teams. That's why they found themselves here. They played Vitality in the opening game. They took a map off Vitality. Played ParaVision, lost to them. Difficult squad, they were playing well at the start of 2026. But paiN Gaming should be a team they're getting through in a 0-2 match. And MongolZ off to a good start. He's got that opening frag in Banana.
Yeah, really good job. I mean, he sensed the danger coming. You could see PVISION swings for a peek for an angle with the nade explosion. MongolZ tucks himself in and re-peeks into the fight. Just a perfect shot.
If they want to go on a run to close out the map. This is paiN's selection of Inferno. Good to see them really fighting against a team of G2's caliber. Next map.
Terrorists win.
You're always tentative because you don't know if there's going to be a flash and a swing or a barrage of utility landing towards you.
Actually, that double nade doesn't do nearly as much to PVISION as I thought it would. They went a little bit deep past him. But once again, with all the Molotovs, G2 gained control of top Banana, and Hunter's just rinse and repeat. He's like, stop it. I dare you.
Let's execute on them. In fact, they're going contact for now, getting in position. Utility is going to fall in place now, so a smoke to the cross. And they're trying to set up the defense, but it's too late. They just get caught off by the timing as they move in. Snow had to go huge. He does well to get a double kill. Keeps the numbers even for now as that plant comes in. But a retake is still going to be very tough here for paiN.
Yeah, and I don't know how much VSM wants to actually commit himself. He's moving in quite deep at the moment. Smoke is up, so he has an option to retreat, but I don't know if paiN is super motivated to risk it all in this kind of a 3-on-3. I want to see if VSM can create the opportunity to go for this, and actually now lining up as if they're just going to execute a retake. They might just commit right off the back of this util.
Well, they start to move in. It's Heavy God with that kill. VSM is gone. And so they have thrown themselves at this. The body is being thrown at the problem, but not coming out on top. It is G2 to remove every weapon from paiN Gaming. No save allowed in that department.
And quiet as well, so no real information from paiN. They know there's bodies close by towards middle, but don't know where they could have gone from there. Sunpius has the angle towards left side middle. Big Uzer and Snow on this B bomb site defense yet again. They just play a smoke, and Big steps in front of it. Good kill. MOUZ probably not expecting that fight completely. Still brings Big Uzer down low, but this was all meant to be a fake. Play is going to come back to the A bomb site with Natus, Heavy God, and Sunpius lined up. Now Hunter rejoins them, but they've already lost another.
Yeah, QZ picking them apart. Sunpius at least getting one frag back here, but G2 still the player deficit with 25 seconds left. They've got to force one player out of the site. VSM now joining to make it 2 inside of this A-bomb site. And G2, where's the move? Where's the deciding factor? Well, there's Hunter getting the kill on VSM, and now NQZ's under pressure, misses his shot. They need this kill, and G2 have got it just in time. They clear out the site, their plant is coming through, and Big Azera to go down at Library. It was looking like paiN had a chance right up until the finish line. And then G2 make them trip and fall. All the advantages were in favor of paiN, but G2 dig deep.
G2 using the whole clock as well, making paiN really feel the pressure as this round comes dwindling. Snow can't go for this whatsoever. Gonna stick around in Library, maybe grab some exit kills as they try and leave their position. There's one. Actually, hold the phone. There's enough time. If he could get that kill clean, might have been able to press the issue with this kit, but gonna bail out now. G2 3 in a row, getting up to 11. And that 3 in a row gives them a 3-round lead. 2 away from closing out the opening map of this series.
They're really stretching out now, our G2. We'll construct a boost to try and have some sort of edge with Snow over towards CT. But realistically, we're expecting them to eventually get traded out. It's Snow who made that boost work for the 1 kill. There's the trade though, as he goes for a little bit too much. And we see G2 get into a 4v3.
Again, and this, look how quickly this is happening at top banana. Like this round, maybe paiN just doesn't have enough to fight with or be motivated to step out, but you give control of top banana to the T side at like 1 minute and 25 seconds, and that's a long time your B defense has to.
Heavy God now running in. NQZ re-smoked again. Held behind a gray screen. As that plant comes through, as Sunpius putting it down front coffins. The denial of the plant will not come through. The banana fight is important, and Natus has collected it. FURIA is removed, and another smoke down for CT cancels out any chance of paiN winning this one. They do a decent job at keeping it competitive throughout, but now they realize it is done. Yeah. It is going to be map point for G2.
That re-smoke is brutal, but I mean, think of it this way. Like, this is also the problem with giving up banana so easily without too much resistance is
they don't want to be left in a situation where it's a one-man defense of the bomb site for the fate of the map.
And look at this fake that G2 is able to execute because of the success at the B bomb site. You've just slid MOUZ all the way through CT. He's going to wrap around this A bomb site. He's going to cut off rotations. Meanwhile, 10 seconds on the clock. And G2's going to move forward.
Yeah, moving in perfectly. It's going to take a big effort here from VSM, and he's done well to get 2. Snow still waiting for his time in the site, but the time is gone. There's none left here for G2. It will be paiN prolonging play.
If I'm VSM in this round, though, in the back of my head, I'm so ready to get on my horse and head over to the B bomb site. With how this half is played,
PSM going out for the peak. He's come out of the archway. It's going to be a kill here for Natus, backing away to safety. Very low in HP, so can't stick around if any utility is to follow up in his spot.
Biggest issue is that now with the low HP, he doesn't really have any ability to get aggressive and be involved in any plays that G2 make on the rap side. Looks like he could just jump through the smoke and try and get lucky. That's about all he's got going on, but he can't mount a whole lot of defense or resistance to any attempt to wrap around the site for G2. However, they give it up entirely. And now information has been discovered. VSM just peeked mid with that low health, and he says, nobody's home. You better be ready, Big Uzera.
Yeah, going back into Banana. Let's see if Big Uzera is ready.
And they're pushed out of the site now.
He's moving aggressively. Catching Hunter, block him in the smoke. He's got to realize now, does he want to reveal his position, or does he want to let the time tick on? Big Uzera goes firing through, and he makes nothing happen of it.
The second layer, though, Snow drops a defensive smoke, still in a good spot.
Well, let's see if the second layer of Snow is able to deliver and freeze out G2 as they try and get into the site. It's a good job done here from VSM again, getting one extra kill on that low HP. He's still alive. He's still a threat. There's 8 seconds again. That bomb is not in the possession of G2. They're going to lose this one once more, and we're looking at 12 to 10. Heavy God needing to be careful here as well. It doesn't want to die after the time, so just hiding away inside of the church, spamming down. Need to be careful he doesn't give MongolZ a chance to move around on that half wall as that smoke fades. They're just actually going to run it. G2 putting the pressure on now. BTarena getting out of position just in time. Getting further and further back over towards first oranges. BTarena laying down some bullets, but only getting 1 kill. And that's an opening for G2 into the site.
HP's in a bad place. I don't know if G2 has enough to close this out. Heavy God, that AK better sing.
So Paz puts the bomb down. There's another weapon available. Heavy God has made it work for that further kill here on Snow. It comes down to a retake here for paiN to try and force this into the last round of regulation. Otherwise, it's going to be a heartbreaking finish to Inferno. They've done so well to stay in this fight, but now G2 hoping they can win it with the weaker guns. They move forward, and Heavy God is singing the song of death with his AK. It's now MongolZ left alone inside of the site, fighting on multiple fronts. And eventually, that third player is just too much to handle, and G2 will break through. A much more difficult map than they would have anticipated, but they get the result nonetheless. Inferno falls in their favor.
T-side is Glock armor and a few sets of util. Oh, just switched and broke my brain. There we go. Heavy God's chucking flashes. B bomb site under attack.
Yeah, MOUZ is running up forward. It's FURIA with that first kill. It's Hunter who's the victim to kick off Mirage. Some paiN to respond, at least here for G2, and
everyone's here.
They're not working out so well here for G2 whatsoever, because as you say, Jason, everyone is here. Everyone's rotated for paiN. They're in the right spot, and now we got Heavy God. And as much as he is good, I mean, a 1v4 just isn't going to happen from the apartments here. They shouldn't give him the chance to do so.
Hold the phone.
Holding?
Yeah.
On hold.
He's got some game, Heavy God. He's going to take his time. He's got the gush on 1. 2 players on Cat to find, hearing those footsteps at the back of the bomb site, trying to hope someone's going to swing into a peek. I think now it's pretty much done.
Yeah.
You might be right, Dinko.
Yeah, just it took 2 seconds later, but it's now done.
And probably their effectiveness is going to be dictated by how strong the hit is at the A bomb site itself. Missed window smoke.
Molotov to force the peak, and Heavy God is going to win it against MongolZ. So we're off to the races now. There's the first blood drawn. Second in from Khan. Hunter follows up with 2 of his own.
Dude.
And as the round comes crashing down around paiN.
Just worked the attention of paiN. Just completely fooled them in every which way. FURIA and VSM joining 1 month ago. 17 maps underneath their belts in the paiN jersey. So not a lot of reps for this team. Especially when you add in the addition of the inexperience and the younger players of younger in terms of time in Tier 1 teams, VSM and FURIA.
Yeah, younger careers maybe, like in terms of experience at this level. But Natus going to be smoking out the window. Speaking of young careers at the level, he is hoping for a deep run here in Cluj. Currently set an elimination game, and we've got MongolZ walking all the way up through connector. Oh, nearly getting back to it, but it's Natus' job. There's just a wave of G2 players just crashing down upon the defense here of paiN.
That rifle on the first kill gets shot out like way far back and way into the open, can't be recovered. 3 rounds in a row of 5 players for G2 surviving.
Yeah, money is so good. G2 not breaking a sweat.
Sampaio's going to have an easy kill.
Oh, have you just wrecked him?
No.
No, it's even easier now. He's not even looking at him. So there we go. Sampaio goes ahead, gets himself the frag and the lead here for G2. But with that smoke continuously landing in his face, he can't really help out. And this is a move Hunter loves, right? Loves to get inside of the window here in Mirage. Playing the fade of that smoke. You can see paiN going to be very aware of it. Whether or not they're going to be able to deal with it is a whole different question, but Hunter's currently in the meat in the sandwich.
Oh, good reaction from VSM, nice and quick. Swings out a little bit wider, holds the line 1 more, but then everything goes G2's way after the fact. So you got kills, but haven't been able to maintain the advantage they've provided you. Everyone is blind inside this site, and QC comes out on top, but too much to handle, too much chaos.
Yeah, BTarena now arriving. Going to feel frustrated if he doesn't give this a go, so he's going to step up for the clutch and take Natus down immediately. Knows the position of Sampaio is going to block him out inside of connector. keep him pinned in that spot. Move out, switches to the AK for that instant headshot as well. Blind pressure to some pies. That plant is for connector. BTarena just going to go to it. Going to hold it. Going to stick it. Going to try and pull it all the way here with no kit on his back. The kit sits in sandwich, but the 10 seconds favors him. Pies is not going to go for it. And BTarena wins the clutch by a single frag into the defusal and then the final kill as well.
Yeah, I guess maybe some pies didn't think that he knew his position entirely. He got a kill over towards middle as well, but BTarena was always convinced he was over in con. And the kill for a little bit of extra salt in the wound. So BTarena keeps things tied at 3, but money's still not pretty. 4 players do go down in that campaign for paiN.
And right, it's not a sustainable way of winning rounds either for paiN, but they'll take what they can. That's a good one from BTarena. Nade gonna go down into the ramp. Doing as much damage as they can. Snow gets the opening frag and then MOUZ to trade it. Being a little bit more disruptive now, paiN. Or at least trying to be.
Yeah, trying to have some of these aggressive plays. Smoke fades at top mid. Sunpius sliding in. Oh, it's a leg shot. FURIA brought down to 15. Hunter yet again coming through the underpass, but he's going to call the troops back towards middle. Heavy God and MOUZ slide away from the A bomb site to join up with him.
Under a minute on the clock. None of these kills going back in favor of G2, so paiN really posting a great round here. Making the most of BTarena's clutch in the last round. Can G2...
Wait, they don't expect this. No one's looking at this.
Will that cost them? They get back. Oh, they nearly line up. Oh, they could both go down really quickly here. BTarena's under a lot of pressure. Trying to dish out utility, trying to keep them back, trying to stay alive, and then MOUZ pulls util. If he had kept his gun out, he would have had the kill, but now it's Heavy God. Okay, lining up 2. And in fact, MongolZ arrived in the same spot, and you think for a second, has Heavy God just won this? Well, smoke out to the window. Things off. MOUZ move up with the pack of 4 players going through short. More bunched up play here from G2. Heavy God has gone down, so that was the only player in a different spot. He's actually died to an aggressive play there from FURIA, who's now backing off. Here comes G2, 4 players up cat. Will paiN be able to hold on here? The utility comes late. BTarena gets the gun out, but MOUZ has run him down. He gets his revenge, and Hunter loving the fact this call has worked so effectively. They're into the site, and MongolZ having to back away. In that economy we were talking about, the fact that they didn't win the previous round cleanly means that they don't have a whole lot of money backed up. So to go for this retake and risk it would be a massive decision, and they just don't want to make it. So they're going to go and save.
So quite a luxury for G2 just running around Mirage, not having to play against an op for 9 rounds now. Make it 10, actually, including this one.
Another one. He's just doing it again. I love this from Hunter. Just go again. It was so effective in the last round, and surely you don't expect him to do it again. So VSM, what can he hope to do? He gets a single kill, and now paiN realize they've just went B again.
Same as Inferno, right? Remember when he was leaning towards that B bomb site in Banana, and once again he's like, well, okay, the B bomb site seems to be relatively easy against this team.
MOUZ is just going to be holding. There's 3 players just around that corner. Man, MOUZ and his util scaring me, dude. There's a 5-7 coming in with another couple of kills. MongolZ getting a few. Another 5-7 frag. Oh my god, it's all on Heavy God. Trying to stabilize this. G2 was so clean, it was so effective. Bomb isn't even planted, but Heavy God is so goddamn reliable.
Window smokes, so Sunpius could sit at that angle, peering into the A bomb site for quite some time. Now G2's changing up the position of attack. Leg shot onto Hunter, but the AWP is taken down. It took so long to get it out, and the AWP has nothing to say in round 11.
VSM with a flash and a charge. It's going to be VSM to come out on top of the kill on Natus. BTarena also finding some success here for paiN, as Snow is still a threat. Heavy God finally arriving out of Palace. And is Heavy God once again going to be the difference here for G2? He's got his teammate in Sunpius at the bottom of the stairway.
Yeah, but Sunpius looks a little uncomfortable in this position. Surely heard the drop down.
Oh, he's going to be looking for it. Heavy God's got that kill. Missed shot from Sunpius, so it has to be Heavy God. So he goes to get that bomb.
Seconds.
He knows where the last player is. Heavy God going to start backtracking, thinking about that plant, but the whole time he's thinking the fact he could just win it on the kills. And Heavy God is just smurfing on the server today.
7-4 in the favor of G2.
Well, G2 have Heavy God to thank for this half going so well for them. Could easily have gone the other way in a lot of these rounds. paiN getting put under a lot of pressure, but he's handling it. He gets another kill. FURIA was just a little bit too much to handle, just with the constant waves of players appearing. Well, last round of the half. Let's see where MongolZ decides to try and re-enter the site from. To the murder hole. And death at the hand of Natus. So 8-4 lead here for G2.
Natus at the bomb site pillars. Hunter is on short. He'll be able to turn and react very, very quickly.
Yeah, it might be tough to win this pistol, paiN. It's a good start for Hunter. Snow is gone. Good response from FURIA. Heavy God is being sneaky inside of the smoke. His teammates are all going down, though. So Heavy God is hoping he can get involved eventually, but he's still just waiting to strike. And once again, Heavy God is asked to clutch for G2. He's got a kid on his back, but the bomb isn't even close to being planted, and Heavy God has slipped away. Oh, there's the shot. Doesn't land. And then the peek up from FURIA. So every single pistol for paiN.
Yeah, Heavy God not even involved in that round. Drops the smoke and tries to play around it, but all of his teammates on the rotation over just fall. And eventually, at the end of the day, paiN is like, well, the B anchor is still alive. He's still here somewhere.
Must be around somewhere, yeah.
Oh, the smoke is kind of questionable. He's looking to set up Hunter, boost it up inside the bomb site. Get 1 or 2 tags, have him be easy cleanups.
Yeah, it's Natus that has got himself the first couple of frags here on the 5-7. It's MongolZ, VSM with kills of their own, but it's Hunter. Look at this.
I can't believe
Silent
he did that.
And doesn't pull the trigger. Wants to let them come in. Oh, he's going to deny. That bomb plant doesn't get a second kill. I mean, the risk was there, but absolutely had the chance to drop a low HP player in VSM.
And MongolZ never took his eyes off market doors.
He's like, I'm watching this. This is my job, and I'm going to watch it, and he will find success. So MongolZ, fair enough, gets both kills there. Hunter's going to feel like that's a missed opportunity to win the round. Well, smoke fade to top con. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Going to be some paiN straight away onto VSM. Snow will send his molly down in towards jungle. Natus with a quick double here. BTarena, MongolZ both gone. And G2 heavily favored thanks to those 2 kills. 15 seconds left. MOUZ gets involved as well. And FURIA has no shot. paiN will remove him. So as soon as the guns come back out, it's G2 losing a single player.
But nobody home from paiN. So Natus gets just a free angle on a double kill from behind. And re-extend that lead to 2.
Push out, and it's going to be BTarena and FURIA. They're taking a couple of kills with them. Heavy God continues to move on out. They say 3v2. All of a sudden, paiN, a couple of seconds into this round, really, have got themselves in a better spot.
Yeah, interesting. Okay, very aggressive to try and stop any kind of a mid-play. G2 just swung right out of the gate off of utility as fast as possible. VSM brought low, but with the silence now in the middle of the round, it's going to be really hard. I don't think like paiN with an AWP isn't going to want to go for any crazy aggressive peaks. Heavy God is going to position himself over towards the B bomb site. It's going to be really hard for G2 to figure out where to position themselves to come back in this scenario. And paiN, utility, the timing couldn't have been worse. That was for Palace to show as if they were bolstering the A defense. Heavy God's going to have a chance. This is the bomb carrier, and he knocks him down immediately. Comes back for more.
Again, Heavy God. A doable situation for him. They've got to walk into his domain to try and get that bomb back. So utility and respect being thrown his way, but eventually FURIA comes out on top of the fight.
When contact is made. So the question becomes, is paiN going to try and use connector as a bit of a fake with BTarena? Or are they going to try and scale up short to pincer this bomb site?
Here comes the flashes and the push. paiN trying to stop them as they come on out. Goes for the no-scope, not able to connect, and eventually taken down by MongolZ. So paiN is out of there, but the rest of his teammates are delivering what they can. And G2 do find themselves at a 4v2, but it must be a retake as that bomb gets planted. And MongolZ on the bench really needed to connect that one. Going to be frustrated, so he's going to go and search for it elsewhere.
Oh my
Has
Lord.
the scope up at the market. There's 2 players doubled up. And this is ambitious for MongolZ. It's aggressive.
Better not miss.
Exactly. No room for error, and he misses, and so he's dead. And so the round will likely now fall completely in favor of G2. FURIA is going to do what he can. Need to have a shot there as well as the site, but G2 grabbed themselves 10 rounds. So up to double figures now.
I don't know if he spotted that. Does drop a grenade and change his position, so maybe he did see FURIA stepping through the smoke for a challenge. BTarena and Snow working underpass towards Con. They've just gotten past the scope of Pius. They have no idea that this boost has happened in the meantime. How has BTarena found this much of an advantage? Heavy God...
Dude, this is crazy.
And Natus, they're both just free kills.
How long does he hold it here, BTarena? Oh my god, Natus just walked through the market window. Oh my god, they just crossed over.
The timing
Heavy God also moved behind the truck. Oh my gosh. BTarena's like, hold on guys, hold on. Quite a journey to go on still. Make sure I don't get flanked here. Worried about Short eventually getting closer and closer.
And because Hunter died, Natus is never going to come back.
Oh, Heavy God. Oh, he's like, what? Like, how does that happen? Yeah. So, BTarena's just walked right in towards him. And I'm sure Heavy God's extremely confused, but that is a round that paiN are very likely to win. A kill from Natus, it won't invite them back into the retake attempt. He's just going to run back to spawn. Okay, ready for the A flight. Here goes MOUZ, swinging and fighting. It's going to be Pius to grab the first and the second, carving up the attack here for paiN. Going home to Palace as well. His teammate's going to be charging in for the rotation to try and provide some support to the sniper. BTarena was a sneaky player in the last round. He's hoping to do the same again here in Connector. Coming up through. Smoke is in his face. Has he just been spotted? Yes, he has. So bullets flying towards him. Now he's under a lot of pressure as Pius realizes he was under threat, so he moves into the connector. Natus deals with a threat. Can't get away from the fire, so that is BTarena getting one from the grave. And we leave FURIA now 1v3. Nice, it is a nice shot, but is he going to ever check out of the wood here first?
Never.
Yeah, Hunter's got a great position. When he climbs up on top.
Does he check it from above?
Hunter moves off, he hears the steps, and diving down onto default. Hunter just trying to line it up. Waiting and strikes to the back of the head. It's going to be series point here for G2.
Calm and collected from Hunter. Doesn't even care about the bomb plant. Just says, I'm going to win regardless of what happens here. Get the bomb down. I don't care. Once you hit 12 and you have overtime secured, a lot of the pressure gets released. A deep exhale.
And time to go out and get 13 here as G2 looked around up the series. Hunter getting aggressive, but getting caught. The SM going to be traded by Pius.
Yeah, good aggressive play around the smoke for Pius, backing up his leader. Over towards the B bomb site we go. One more time, Heavy God gets tested.
Well, he's passed pretty much every test. He's had a fair fight. Natus is coming over to try and help him. Heavy God burned out of position, still getting a frag, goes back in for a second, but burns to a crisp. The two Molotovs make the ground very difficult to stand on. And we've now got Natus waiting on that rotation. Yet to reveal his position, yet to reveal his presence. And it is not a gift that paiN wants. It's the gift of death delivered right to NQZ's head. A follow-up here for Natus is on the cards. He's got a teammate out towards the bench, and there we go. Natus with another headshot. He's got Pius coming in, but it's BTarena trying to keep his team in Romania, here in Cluj-Napoca. BTarena will fall, and paiN fall out of the competition. Eliminated 0-3, and it will be G2 who survive with a 2-0 win in the series.
Again, not the best Counter-Strike we've seen G2 put out there, but a win is a win. They get a move on to the 1-2 campaign, keep their hopes alive here in Romania.